Welcome to Cash Rendezvous. I'm Jason Borba.
And I'm Kelton Wells. The living learning community on campus has some visitors, and they might be overstaying their welcome. We sent our Eric Jungblut to find out why seagulls have made the campus housing complex their new home.
It's springtime in northern Utah, and that means mammals coming out of hibernation. And birds returning from warm climates. Seagulls have invaded the eastern edge of campus near the Living Learning Center and Old Main Hill, and they're causing problems for LLC residents.
They're annoying and they're everywhere, and they are so loud in the mornings.
They kind of swarmed in all at once, and I had no idea why they were here, and they woke me up at like 2 in the morning.
I hate the seagulls. They are flippin' gross. A, because they poop everywhere, and when you run to class you have to like duck and dodge because you're gonna get pooed on. And B, I hate them because they're so loud, and you just are sitting in the lounge trying to enjoy yourself, but you cannot because there's seagulls barking. What do the seagulls do? Seagulls seagulling everywhere.
So just where are these seagulls coming from? According to the Housing and Residence Life Office, the seagulls always come in this time of year and are attracted to the remains of the Easter egg roll on Old Main Hill.
An Easter egg that wasn't found. Seems innocent enough, but it might be waking up LLC residents a little earlier than they'd like to be.
They're not as loud at night, but in the mornings, like about 7:15 every morning, it's just like seagull reunion, and seriously, right now? And so that's good. I need to get up at 7:15, but I don't need to set an alarm anymore. The seagulls just kind of help with that.
The seagulls aren't expected to hang around the LLC for much longer, and most residents will welcome their departure.
To be honest, every time I walk outside, I feel like I'm in a horror movie and that they're going to attack any second. So they're pretty scary.
I like to walk around barefoot, and then I have to look at where I'm going now because there's poop all over the ground.
Eric Jungblut, Cash Rendezvous.
Seagulls are normal this time of year in Logan, but according to USU Housing, they shouldn't stick around the LLC for much longer.
The snow at Beaver Mountain is melting as we speak. It closed for the season over the weekend, but before that, they went out with their annual beaver pond skim. Special correspondent Chris Larson takes you to the hill without getting you wet.
Here comes Cody. It's off the step down. There we go. That's how you do it, everybody. Cody just won himself some goggles.
I think we've been doing it for probably at least 10 years. In fact, it's probably been going longer than 10 years.
It's really fun, especially in the sun. It's a nice day. It's really cool they're giving out prizes and stuff. That's really exciting.
It was fun. I mean, it's a good place for families to come and enjoy themselves. And, I mean, they're going to get a little wet.
A lot of people biffed it, both like going off jumps, but also in the water. Lots of splashing the audience. I'm glad I didn't get splashed.
Yes! That's it. That hurts the hands. One more. Here we go. And oh! Fair for fair. All right, another snowboarder. Make all of them. Just a reminder, every ball student next to the grass is getting 3 wings from Buffalo Wild Wings.
I was doing the forms, the release forms, and we had over 100 people do it today. Well, we don't charge for it, so you know, people feel like, okay, we can come and do this, and it'll be fun, and they get into it, so it's a good time.
Anyone who made it across the pond won free Buffalo Wild Wings. Others got prizes like scooters, goggles, and t-shirts.
It seems as though spring is finally here, and that means Utah State students are spending less time indoors and more time outside. The Outdoor Recreation Program, or ORP for short, can help with your outdoor essentials. The ORP has a variety of items available to rent by students and the public. USU students have a $10 credit on their Aggie card that can be used toward the rental of any item. The ORP has almost anything you can think of for rent, including sleeping bags, tents, backpacks, and canoes. You can rent items for as many days as you want, and you can keep them over the weekend. The ORP requires that you sign a contract verifying that you are responsible for the items. The store is currently in the process of changing their inventory from winter to summer gear. Along with renting out supplies, the ORP also has outdoor activities beginning in the spring that students and the public can sign up for and attend.
Whether it's hot or not, you've probably seen technology play its part in finding love. Our Tamara Bradley shows one way of finding the newest start of a spring fling.
You've heard the saying, first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby carriage. But you may need to rewrite that to say first comes Tinder. The new iPhone app is only a few months old, but already spreading like wildfire.
I hear it's pretty popular. I haven't gotten on it, but another friend has it, and she's like, there's so many people on there, and like all this stuff, like tons of kids from Utah State.
So what Tinder is, it's basically a way to meet people that are in the surrounding areas, but it basically pulls up their picture and you swipe to the left if you don't like them, and you swipe to the right if you like them. If you swipe and say you like somebody and they say they like you as well as they're going through their pictures, then it sends you a message and says that you liked each other, so you have the chance to like message each other if you still want to talk to each other or not.
Some people say they don't want to move away from the traditional dating, not wanting to get burned.
What if they like rate me as like people like don't like me or whatever, and I was like, I don't know. I just decided not to.
I kind of use it more for entertainment when I'm bored than anything else.
I feel like it's good to get to know people because of who they are as opposed to like just their looks or anything like that.
But are people just using this app for fun, or are there some that are really hoping that Tinder may just spark a fire?
That'd be pushing it. I mean, if there's a super hot girl on it, yeah, why not? But yeah, probably not. There's a bunch of my friends that got me to, they're telling me I should get it, and actually they've met some girls off of it and taken them on dates, so I guess it's working for them.
We matched or whatever, and we actually started talking for a while, and then some of my buddies and I, she actually lives in Provo, she goes to school down there, and some of my friends and I were going to the jazz game, so I was like, hey, we're going to the jazz game, you want to come with? And so she said yes, and then we went, and it was fun.
So if you're looking for a new way to get a girl's number, you might want to give Tinder a try. Tamara Bradley, Cash Rendezvous.
As of right now, the Tinder app is only available for iPhones, and no plans for an Android-compatible version have been released.
When we come back,
is an old light losing its luster? We'll show you why some believe it could change your world.
Coming up on Cash Rendezvous, find out what all the buzz is about in Wellsville. This isn't the only sustainable building that Utah State owns. I'll tell you about another coming up on Cash Rendezvous.
Blue, did you win the iPad by filling out the library online survey? And it only took you 5 minutes? You can win an iPad too by filling out the library online survey. Let your voice be heard.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
How would you feel if the visual effects of movies and plays were to change completely?
Well, that might happen if the ban on tungsten lights is put into place. Our Jenna Lynn went to shed some light on the issue.
Within the next few years, tungsten incandescent lights may be a thing of the past, so more energy-efficient lights like LEDs will be the primary light source, something most people would agree to be a good thing. But if this were to happen, it would completely change the way we see plays or movies today.
It's hard to picture seeing a film, maybe like Lincoln or Les Miserables or something, where you've got a film that takes place in natural light, maybe candlelight or firelight, and the technology of LEDs and compact fluorescence hasn't been able to achieve that same quality of an incandescent light yet.
Incandescents have a full color spectrum in them to create light that will illuminate any color in a white light, and color filters are used to change the color. LED lights have 3 colors, red, blue, and green, that mixed together creates a harsh light that doesn't necessarily light things in a natural way. So you can better understand the difference between these two lights, I'm standing here in front of an incandescent, where I look pretty natural. But when I walk over to an LED, you can see that I kind of look like a zombie. And there is more to the issue of LED lights. Light is used to create emotion, and because of their lack of colors, LEDs are hard to work with.
I mean, it is definitely a feeling thing. You know, light is a physical and an emotional response. You know, we use it to manipulate a lot of things.
For example, with this production, a soft green hue was used at this part probably to create some sort of unease. If this were attempted with an LED, the effect wouldn't be as subtle. Yet another problem theaters would face with the ban of tungsten lights would be cost. The Cache Valley Center for the Arts has about 400 incandescent lights, and to replace them would be tens of thousands of dollars, a cost that would most likely have to show up in your ticket sales. Lots of people don't want this ban to go through. A Facebook page was even created to campaign to try to save the tungsten. Jenna Lynn, Cache Rendezvous.
If you're interested in joining the Save the Tungsten campaign, you can visit facebook.com/SaveTungsten.
With this beautiful weather, everyone is pulling out the shorts and sandals and heading outside. But what if the time outside also supported an eco-friendly environment? We send our Marie Titza to find out how one center can provide fun and encourage sustainability.
The Utah State University Botanical Center is home to animals, outdoor hobbies, and the most environmentally friendly structure in the state. The Wetlands Discovery Point building holds the highest ranking energy and environmental award from the U.S. Green Building Council. Construction of the building began in 2006, and the building sustains itself from the ground up.
The building, with this very simple roof design, collects rain and snow melt. You can see here there's a central gutter, and the roof is essentially two plates that feed into that gutter. And all the snow and rain will be collected, and then it feeds into a cistern, which is located on the west side. And this captured water will then be used to help us flush the toilets, as well as help us irrigate some of the landscaping around the site.
The Utah State University Botanical Center offers educational opportunities for children and adults, has unique architecture, and has over 500 species of trees and shrubs. Easter! Warm weather holidays attract families to the center with fishing and bike trails. Families say they like to visit the Botanical Center for the safety.
It's close to home, but the dock, we can keep the little one out of the water.
The water ain't that deep, and when you got a child like that right there, look, he ain't gonna drown. You can grab him.
Although the center is more popular in the warmer months, the building is still using its resources so it can be used by visitors in the colder months.
And then this concrete wall, 2 feet thick of concrete, 10 feet high, 58 feet long, is called a trom wall. And it's part of our strategy for collecting passive solar heat during the winter months. The roof eave over there is designed strategically to let the sun hit it 100% in the winter months. It collects heat through its thermal mass, and then as the temperatures start to fall later in the day, it releases this heat.
Marie Titza, Cache Rendezvous.
The Botanical Center also holds an annual farmers market in order to support local vendors, starting July through October every Thursday from 5 to 8 p.m.
Bee stings hurt, and you probably would stay pretty far away from the hives. But one man's hobby brings thousands of stingers straight to his home.
That's the sound of 40,000 bees in the backyard of beekeeper Chris Jepson. For most people, this would be a problem, but for Jepson, his hobby.
The way the hive is structured is just is really cool. Everybody knows their job. All the bees have an assignment. They go about their work, and the hive is very organized, very efficient.
But he does get stung sometimes, and to minimize the stings, he's got a special trick.
When you blow smoke into the beehive, the bees actually have this instinct that they think that the hive is on fire. So what they do is gorge themselves with honey, and they all eat a ton of honey. And so basically what they're doing is they're preparing to leave the hive. And when a bee is full of honey, when it's just eating honey, it can't sting you.
And with 40,000 bees, how much honey is really there?
A bee during its whole lifetime will produce 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey.
Over 220 pounds of honey came out of these 4 hives alone.
It's incredibly tasty.
But is it easy to actually be a beekeeper?
Had a couple of beehives die, and that's today you'll hear a lot of talk about how bees are disappearing and they're dying of these unknown diseases and stuff. And that's true, but proper beekeeping can keep a hive alive and healthy. And this beehive is very healthy and strong.
And Jepson says we can actually learn something from the bees.
The way that the beehive is structured is just a great metaphor to many things in life, including business and family life. And I think if we all ran our lives like beehives run the hive, we'd be in a lot better shape as a community and civilization.
Courtney Robinson, Cash Rendezvous.
Jepson says he started out with only 1 hive and now has 4 because his bees continue to grow.
Coming up next,
our Brandon Fonda will have your weather report. It's currently 66 degrees in Logan and partly cloudy skies. We'll be right back.
Can you consent with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now.
No, I don't know what you've been told, but kids with books learn so much more.
So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child.
So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time.
Living seeds of inspiration to motivate some magic. To change the writing on the wall, writing on the wall, and make a difference. One book can inspire a child. One book can be the first thing that helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
The weather has been really warm lately.
It really has. I went to Salt Lake yesterday. I got to hang out at the Gateway and outside. It was great. I loved it.
It's been really nice.
It's awesome, yeah.
Well, Brandon Fonda is live with our weather forecast right now. Brandon, what can you tell us about these next coming days?
Well, hey guys, it's beautiful right now. I'm just outside on the quad playing some catch. I feel bad for you guys in the studio. It's really pretty out here. There's a lot of activity going on around the quad. Behind me we have some students trying to break a world record with cardboard. We'll tell you a little bit more about that on Tuesday's show. But unfortunately this good weather is not going to last. As you can see, it's a little breezy out here. It's a little overcasty and little cloudy. That is a storm coming in from the west that's going to bring some scattered showers starting tonight and going through the weekend till Monday. So we'll have scattered showers all this weekend. But let me bring you the 5-day forecast. Currently it's 66 degrees outside. We'll have a low of 45 tonight, and tonight's when we'll see that rain. Friday, a high of 55, low of 40. Saturday and Sunday, highs in the mid 50s. And then Monday it's going to cool off a lot. We're going to get down to 48 with a low of 35. So, I mean, right now it's beautiful weather. Go take advantage of it. Go outside, hang around, play some catch, because it's not going to last. Weekend we'll have a lot of showers. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Brandon. Coming up next in sports,
the Final Four is just around the corner, and Courtney Robinson will take a look at the teams.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Meet David York, renowned physiologist at Utah State University Center for Advanced Nutrition. Meet Andrew Bergen, avid mountain biker and a sophomore biology major working with Dr. York. Together, they are studying the plagues of our century, researching ways to reduce obesity, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, hoping to shape the future.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back, holla back, holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did. Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
Welcome back to your Cash Rendezvous Sports. I'm Courtney Robinson. I've got a ton of news for you today, starting with Aggie Nation. Yesterday was a huge day for Aggie football. Former player Wanga Demooney was named new Assistant Athletics Director over football operations. Demooney has spent the last 5 years at the University of Arkansas. Head coach Matt Wells said, quote, "I'm confident that Wanga will continue to move this program forward with efficiency. The Aggies are halfway through spring camp and will be scrimmaging the final 40 minutes of practice this afternoon." The Final Four starts this weekend, and we here at Cash Sports are making our predictions for the championship. Let's start with Wichita State and Louisville. Wichita State has been the Cinderella team of the tournament by beating both the #1 seed Gonzaga and the #2 seed Ohio State in the region. However, I do believe that the impression is coming to an end. Louisville Peyton Siva is averaging 9 points and 5 assists over the last 4 games. Siva will be the driving force for the Cardinals offense. Put that with the emotions of losing Kevin Ware last week, and I think Louisville's going to take it home. On to Syracuse and Michigan. Syracuse has played arguably the best defense of the tournament, including holding Marquette to 39 points in the Elite Eight. But Trey Burke and the Wolverines have played even better on the offense, the help from the freshman Mitch McGarry. I think this one is going to Michigan. But if Louisville and Michigan match up, that's a different story. Hands down, Louisville will be taking home the championship from Ware's hometown of Atlanta. Ware was cleared yesterday, and he will be at both of the games. Watch the games on Saturday and Monday to see how our predictions fare. The first game starts Saturday at 4 o'clock Mountain Time. On Tuesday night, a future NBA Hall of Famer had his jersey retired in Los Angeles.
We'd like to add you to all the Laker greats forever in history.
Shaquille O'Neal had his number 34 Lakers jersey retired during a halftime ceremony between the Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks on Tuesday. During the ceremony, O'Neal's former teammate Kobe Bryant and Coach Phil Jackson gave their congratulations to the big man and shared some of their favorite memories. O'Neal spent 8 seasons with the Purple and Gold, where he won MVP and helped lead the Lakers to 3 straight championships from 2000 to 2002. An emotional O'Neal watched on as his jersey was revealed in the Staples Center rafters. Shaq closed the ceremony by saying thanks to all the fans and to the people who helped bring him to LA. O'Neal's jersey now hangs amongst the all-time Laker greats such as Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Magic Johnson. Lakers won 101 to 81. O'Neal was traded from the Lakers to the Miami Heat in 2004 and played for several teams before retiring from the NBA in 2011. O'Neal is expected to be a first-time ballot Hall of Famer once he becomes eligible. The shocking video of Rutgers head coach Mike Rice went viral earlier this week. It created an avalanche of responses, including LeBron James and the New Jersey Senator. Let's take a look. Coach Rice shown here kicking, pushing, and throwing basketballs at players' heads. This video caused a 3-game suspension last year, but after it went viral yesterday, it cost him his job. But what did Coach Rice have to say about it?
It's troubling, but I will. At some time, maybe I'll try to explain it, but right now there's no explanation for what's on those films because there is no excuse for it.
New information continues to surface today as reportedly 15 administrators were aware of the abuse. And the New Jersey Senator is calling for athletic directors Tim Pertinelli's job. So what do y'all think about this big scandal? What's going on?
I don't know. It seems pretty crazy. Yeah. I'm surprised that the players would put up with it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know why they didn't ever say anything.
Yeah, he was out of line with that. I mean, there's no place for that in sports.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Courtney. Coming up next.
It's a language and a culture that isn't here anymore. I'll tell you why coming up.
win the iPad by filling out the library online survey, and it only took you 5 minutes? You can win an iPad too by filling out the library online survey. Let your voice be heard.
All your cares are over. Not so fast there, pupil. You still need to decide on a career.
Don't worry about that, announcer guy. Come on into the Career Center, located in the University Inn, and discuss your goals and concerns with advisors who are here to help you get into the fields that you're interested in. There are many resources, including counseling, a career coach, publications, professional interviews, and much more to help you get that job. The Career Center, 797-777.
That's low, that's low. That's low and below. Look, he's blushing. Seriously? Okay.
Do you like this top? It's so gay.
Really?
Yeah, it's totally gay.
You know, you really shouldn't say that.
Say what?
Well, say that something's gay when you mean it's bad. It's insulting. What if every time something was bad, everybody said, "Oh, that's so girl wearing a skirt as a top"?
Oh, you are.
Those are cute jeans, though. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Sign language and the deaf community may be unfamiliar to many Utah State University students, but that wasn't always the case. Back in 2006, USU had the most deaf students in the entire state.
So where did they all go? Our Brandon Fonda went across campus to answer the question.
You won't find any noise here. That's because it's American Sign Language, which has become a rare sight at USU. After a lawsuit back in 2006, most deaf students decided to pursue their education elsewhere. Before 2006, USU had the highest number of deaf students in the state, but after repeated requests for the school to provide qualified interpreters for the students, requests that went unanswered, the students were forced to sue the school for not following the Americans with Disabilities Act.
So what happened is I would go to class and I would sit down and look around and there wouldn't be an interpreter. So I'd have to sit next to a friend who knew a little bit of sign language and ask him, "What's the teacher saying?" But his vocabulary wasn't very strong, and the information was complex, so he didn't know how to explain it in sign. After the lawsuit, all the people who sued with me, they had already left the school to different universities and different colleges because they were just sick of the school.
But USU is trying to bring deaf students back.
Once your reputation for being a deaf-friendly campus has taken a hit, then it takes a number of years for the deaf community and for the grapevine, if you will, to reestablish the idea that yes, Utah State University does offer outstanding interpreter services now, and we would like very much to enlarge our deaf student pool.
I'm Brandon Fonda, ATV News.
Another way USU is trying to bring back deaf students is with their Deaf Education Graduate Program, which is the only one offered in the state.
Well, that's all we have for this spring edition of Cash Rendezvous.
Thanks for watching, and we hope you have some fun in the sun.